So this video will answer three things: how and why these affairs are so common, easy ways to tell that she's cheating, and what to do about it. Let's get it. Jessica OS here, welcome back to the channel. So in a world of 9-to-5s and open plan offices, it's no surprise that a lot of work buddies end up as just more than friends, right? You're at work all the time, mixing up with the same group of people day in, day out, and it's practically a recipe for sparks to start flying. So why does the workplace seem to be a hotbed for romance? You're already spending heaps of hours there? Tossing ideas back and forth, teaming up on projects. It's kind of like the perfect storm for getting to know someone beyond their professional persona. Add in a few work trips, late nights, spent finishing up presentations, stuff like that. You're setting the stage for some real connections. Jobs that have folks traveling together, attending events, or even those that involve a lot of one-on-one time caring for others definitely see more of this action. And let's not forget about how easy tech makes it to basically slide into people's DMs, text, emails, stuff like that. I mean, there are all sorts of apps that are low-key ways for coworkers to connect on the sly. It's like having a digital backdoor into getting to know someone better. Interestingly enough, while guys might be more about the physical side of things, women often look for an emotional tie. No surprise there. They're into building a bond that goes deeper than just the day-to-day work stuff. So yeah, the office isn't just about board meetings and coffee breaks. It's sometimes about little romances blooming in between those cubicles. I made a video actually on the fact that women cheat more than men. And in this video, I share some really deep insights that you might want to check out. I'll leave a link to that video in the video description below. Guys, hypergamy is real. It's a phenomenon where a girl or a guy goes after someone who's got it all: higher status, more money, better looks, even if they're not really into them. It's like, hey, I'm not attracted to you, but you've got a great job, a fancy car, so let's get married. Or, I don't care that you're not the smartest guy in the world, but you're super strong. I love your abs, so let's date. Basically, it's all about finding someone who's better than you in some way. Now, a lot of the relationships that form in the workplace are based off this simple thing I just mentioned. Cheating with a coworker is more common than a lot of people realize. Now, emotional affairs in the workplace often start as an innocent platonic relationship. For example, two people may become friends and share their thoughts and feelings and aspirations. Now, as these conversations grow more intimate, a connection may form between the two individuals that go beyond the typical work relationship. Now, identifying whether someone's cheating, especially the coworker, can be sensitive, it can be nuanced and complex. It's not simply black or white. It will involve like observing changes in behavior, communication, routine, even though these signs are not even definitive proof of infidelity. They will still give you an idea of what to look out for. So let's jump into that. How to know that she's cheating with a coworker. I'm going to give you a couple of signs or things to look out for. The first one, topmost on my list, is change in appearance. So your woman suddenly started paying more attention to her looks. There's a significant change in her wardrobe. Suddenly she's buying new clothes, new shoes, accessories, changing hairstyles, getting a new hairdo more regularly than usual, maybe even dyeing her hair. Can also be a sign that she's trying to look their best for someone at work. Now, this is especially true if the new hairstyle is something that, for instance, this person at work complimented or expressed admiration for in the past. And right up this alley is also if she starts to want to always look her best. She's applying more makeup. She's more particular about the perfume she wears. At office events, nonverbal cues such as increased eye contact, smiling, leaning in when they're speaking to a particular coworker can have something there. They're probably more interested than you realize. If these body language signals are accompanied by a change in appearance, it may be a sign that she's trying to send a clear message of attraction to the other person. She may start making more of an effort to interact with them on a social level, going to coffee dates, lunch, drinks after work, or finding other excuses to spend time with this person outside the office. Or maybe she gets nervous or excited around that particular coworker. It could be a sign that she has romantic feelings for him. It could manifest as increased fidgeting, blushing, a higher pitched voice. My guy, you just need to pay attention. Second thing, frequent mention of this specific coworker. Yep, she's talking about it a lot, talking about him all the time, especially in glowing terms with a noticeable excitement. I'm telling you, my guy, there's some emotional connection going on there, right? When a partner frequently mentions a specific coworker, especially in glowing terms, it can be a sign of emotional intimacy or an inappropriate relationship. She brings up this coworker often in daily conversations, even when the topic isn't directly related to work. The mentions are overwhelmingly positive, often highlighting the coworker's achievements, their personality, their appearance, what a great guy they are. She becomes noticeably more animated, excited, or happy when talking about this guy. She provides frequent updates about this coworker's life or work. It's as if you should be just as interested in what she's saying. She might start comparing you or other people to this coworker, usually in a favorable light for the coworker. References to inside jokes or shared experiences with this coworker that you are not a part of, right? She knows a lot of personal details about them, such as their family, their hobbies, their personal issues. She becomes defensive if you ask about the coworker or show any sign of concern about their relationship. She tries to downplay your concerns or brushes them off as unfounded jealousy. She would regularly like their comments, interact with them on social media. Alternatively, there's also that thing where if she really likes this person, but she hardly ever talks about them. So there's that extreme where she talks about them all the time. And there's also, I'm quiet, they say nothing. Careful. Number 3, change in routine. So a sudden unexplained change in work hours or habits, such as staying late frequently without a clear reason or taking more business trips than usual, is a red flag. When asked about these late nights, she might give you some vague, inconsistent reason, such as an unspecified meeting or project that she needs to attend. An increase in the number of business trips, especially if they seem sudden or unnecessary, business trips to destinations that are not typical for her role, or where the company does not have a specific or significant presence. Attending more work-related social events such as the happy hours, the dinners, team building activities, especially if these events are with a particular coworker, should definitely raise red flags for you. She's making last-minute plans to attend work events and claiming to need to be at this work function. Starting work much early or finishing much late, often with the explanation of, I need to catch up on work or meet deadlines. Developing new working habits such as working from the coworker's house or office or spending more time in different parts of the office building. Increased communication with a specific coworker outside of regular work hours, late night texts, calls, or emails. Being secretive about work communication, such as stepping out of a room to take calls or hiding messages. These are all huge red flags you should pay attention to. Number 4, increased secrecy. Now, increased secrecy can be a significant indicator of infidelity or other issues in the relationship. She might start using passwords or changing existing ones, making it difficult for you to access her devices. Suddenly, it's a big deal if you pick up her phone. She consistently tilts her screen away from you or quickly closes apps or windows when you're near. If she didn't have a privacy screen, suddenly she's bought one. Increased time spent on her phone or computer, especially in private areas like the bathroom or when you're not around. Hey, she might even refuse to share her phone, computer, or social media passwords with you, even if you previously had access or there was understanding of mutual openness. She's taking phone calls, responding to messages in private, such as leaving the room or waiting until you're not around. Regularly deleting messages, call logs, social media interactions to avoid leaving a trail. Using multiple email addresses or social media accounts that you're unaware of. Listen, this goes deep. She'll become defensive or angry when you ask about her activities. She avoids any discussion about her work and stays really brief, short, or evasive, right? You're finding hidden items like a second phone, unexplained gifts, receipts that don't match her explanations. My guy, you're in the red. Number 5, you're no longer being invited to work socials. So connecting with colleagues outside of working hours can be a great way to build relationships and unwind from the office. I get that. But if your partner is always choosing work shindigs over spending time with you, it may be a sign of something deeper. Here's a major red flag. If you used to be invited to work socials with your partner, but now for some reason you're not, there could be an issue brewing that you don't know about. Number 6, Physical evidence. This is the most obvious one of all. If you're finding items that don't belong to you or your partner, such as receipts from restaurants, gifts, or hotels that you did not attend together. You're finding jewelry or other gifts that she hasn't mentioned receiving from anyone. It could be perfumes, clothes, accessories, personal items that don't belong to you or her, such as another person's clothing, toiletries, electronics, move your event tickets, parking stubs, other evidence of outing that you didn't attend together, right? These are all red flags and quite obvious as well. Now, here's what to do if you find yourself in this situation. I say, number one, document what you find, including the dates, the locations, any other relevant details. This will help you present your concerns clearly. Avoid jumping to conclusions. Physical evidence can be circumstantial. That's a given. So try to gather as much context as possible before confronting her about the issue. Second thing you want to do is to initiate a calm conversation. Express your concerns, right? Approach that conversation calmly, without accusations. Use I statements to express how the evidence makes you feel. For example, you could say, hey, I found this receipt for a hotel stay that I don't remember us discussing. Can you tell me more about it? Number three, ask for clarification, all right? Now, what you want to do is to give her the opportunity to explain the evidence. Sometimes there may be a legitimate reason for what you found. For example, you could say, hey, I found this piece of jewelry that I don't recognize. Did someone give it to you as a gift? That'll be a good way to go about it. Instead of, hey, I didn't buy you this. You must be guilty. Straight up, she's going to go on the defensive. Number four, assess her reactions. Pay attention to how she reacts to your questions. Genuine explanations usually come with clear, consistent details, whereas deceptive behavior may involve defensiveness or inconsistency. Consider her history of honesty in your relationship. If she has generally been truthful to you, give her the benefit of the doubt while seeking this clarity. And finally, what you want to do is just set boundaries and expectations. Talk about the importance of transparency and honesty. Set those expectations for sharing information and being open with each other. Let her know what you will and will not tolerate. All these things will help your relationship going forward. Whew, we're finally at the end of this video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, smash that like button, share it with another brother. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. My name is Jessica. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers.